Hello and welcome to the news update. I'm Esther Mwachuku. President Bola Tinubu is rallying other heads of state in the African Union and world leaders against the takeover of power announced in Libreville, the Gabonese capital, yesterday by some military leaders. The presidency said Tinubu, who is the chairman of the Economic Community of West African States, is at the forefront of talks on steps to take on the political crisis in Gabon. Presidential spokesman Nigerian Galali told reporters at the State House in Abuja that President Tinubu had expressed deep concerns over recurring political crises in different parts of Africa, describing the situation as contagious. The president, Ngalali said, also emphasized the importance of upholding the rule of law and utilizing constitutional mechanisms to resolve electoral disputes. Early yesterday, a group of soldiers appeared on Gabonese state television to announce the nullification of the election results and the dissolution of all republic institutions. The Kwara State government yesterday flagged off the distribution of rice palliatives to the most vulnerable persons in the state, with a committee saying that it would share at least 250,000 10-kilogram bags in the first phase. And the flag-off of the distribution in Ilorin, the state capital, Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak said the palliatives are only a show of empathy with the people as more sustainable initiatives are being implemented in phases. He was represented by the Speaker of Kwara State House of Assembly, Engineer Yakubu Salihu Danladi. The committee chairperson of Kwara State, Commissioner of Police Ebunu Oruwatomi Adelesi, stated that the flag-off marked the beginning of the exercise, which would see the palliatives being taken to all the 16 local governments after agreeing on the modalities with all the stakeholders and interest groups. The president of Kwara State Artisans Congress, Alhaji Jimo Adishina, applauded Abdulrazak for this initiative aimed at cushioning the effects of fuel subsidy. In a new development, the Lagos Rail March Transit Blue Line system will finally commence operations on Monday, September 4. The managing director of Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Lamata, Mrs. Abimbola Akiajo, made the announcement yesterday when she conducted newsmen on a guided ride and tour of the infrastructure at the Blue Line terminal in Marina. Akiajo disclosed that the governor of Lagos State will take the inaugural ride at 9 a.m. on Monday before other passengers begin to ride. She added that from Tuesday, September 5, partial passenger operations will start from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. for the morning peak and 4 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. for the evening peak. Speaking of the fares, Akiajo mentioned that a full-length trip from Marina to Malti would cost 750 naira, while zonal fares for passengers not making the complete trip would be between 400 naira and 500 naira. While noting that passengers will only access a train service using the Lagos Kauri, Akiajo stated that the transportation palliative of a 50% discount on all state-owned transport systems announced by Governor Sanwo-Olu will also apply to the rail system. This means that the highest fare for the full trip will be 375 naira for as long as the palliative lasts. On safety, Akiajo noted that over 300 closed-circuit television cameras have been installed across the whole Blue Line rail, with over 30 cameras monitoring the tracks alone. She stated that plainclothes security agents and officers of the Lagos Neighborhood Safety Corps will always ride with passengers, stressing that criminals will be arrested and handed over to the police. She further stated that although the train is electric, it will run on a locomotive system for the first 4 weeks of operations to allow the electric system to come up fully and sync properly with the physical infrastructure. And also, it will allow passengers to get familiar with the system. In the meantime, the federal government of Nigeria has mourned the death of the designer of the Nigerian national flag, Pa Taiwo Akinwumi, who died at the age of 87 at his family home in Ibadan after a brief illness. According to a statement issued by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Muhammad Idris, yesterday, the late Pa Akinwumi was a national icon. Late Pa Taiwo Akinwumi's demise was announced by his first son, Akinwumi Samuel, through his Facebook page. While in business, the Nigerian Ports Authority has ordered the immediate suspension of processing of truck through virtual parks on the ETO platform. The suspension was announced in a statement issued by the head of operations of the Truck Transit Park Limited in Lagos, Irabo Akonoman, today. According to Akonoman, the suspension is part of the ongoing efforts to streamline and optimize the operational processes within the port ecosystem. Therefore, the operation of all virtual parks on the ETO platform has been halted with immediate effect and will remain so until further notice. He further stated that all trucks arriving at the ports will be emanated from an NPA-approved physical truck park, pre-gate or export processing terminal without exception. While in stories outside the shores of Nigeria, North Korea has launched 2 short-range ballistic missiles towards the sea last night, hours after the U.S. flew long-range bombers for drills with its allies in a show of force against the North. The launches, the latest in the North barrage of weapons tests since last year, came amid ongoing annual U.S.-South Korea military exercises that North Korea regards as a rehearsal for invasion. There were no reports of damages caused by Wednesday's launches, but observers say North Korea most likely aimed to demonstrate again that it has missiles capable of striking key targets in South Korea in protest at its rivals' military exercises. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff stated in a statement that the North Korean missiles both traveled about 225 miles before landing in the waters of the Korean Peninsula's east coast. It said the missiles were launched from the North Capital region. The Joint Chiefs of Staff called the launches a grave provocation that threatens international peace and violates UN Security Council resolutions that ban any ballistic launches by North Korea. It said the South Korean and U.S. intelligence authorities were analyzing more details. Japan's defense ministry disclosed that it also detected the launches. It also said that the missiles traveled a distance of 250 miles at a maximum altitude of 30 miles before falling outside Japan's exclusive economic zone. And that's a wrap for the news update on VOP TV. We'd like you to subscribe and engage us on our YouTube platform. It is Voice of the People TV. And of course, across all the social media channels at VOP TV Live. I'm Esther Wachuku. Thank you for staying with us.